Hi, Minnesota. Kristin Robbins here. I'm in St. Paul getting ready for a session, and I thought I'd stop by the new state office building that has been under construction for at least a year with your tax dollars. $730 million for one state office building to house offices for state representatives. It's unconscionable. The whole bonding bill was just over $800 million last year, and instead we have $730 million for one building. And we're only in session 5 months a year. It's not even going to be used full time. But they've put in a lot of amenities. There's a big new atrium, a big glass entrance and stairway. Things we don't need, luxuries we don't need and Minnesotans can't afford. So we tried to stop it when it first popped up, and that was when the Democrats had full control and they passed this thing. But we are unfortunately now paying for it out of all of our pockets.
Yet another new disturbing story out of Minnesota. That was state lawmaker Kristin Robbins. Even more waste discovered in the state. Democrats blew $730 million of taxpayer money on their new state office building. It's being called a palace. This is amid a massive, estimated up to $30 billion fraud in the state. Now, Governor Tim Walz has demanded taxpayer bailouts for things like ICE raids. Let's talk to this representative right now. Bring it back into the show, Kristin Robbins. Kristin, we always love having you on. Thanks again for joining us. Can you describe for viewers what's going on here? They're only in session 5 months a year, and they're demanding a palatial office with a grand glass entrance and a swanky atrium. What's happening?
It's unbelievable. This has actually been going on for several years. When Democrats had full control, they passed this bonding bill to double the footprint of our state office building, which is just where our state Minnesota representatives work. And it is doubled in size, and we're only open 5 months a year. And it's $730 million to remodel this one building. It honestly did need some HVAC upgrades and some safety upgrades, but $730 million for one building. I've been talking about this and trying to fight this since it happened. We call it the palace for politicians. Minnesota citizens do not want this. And when you look across our state, you don't see any cranes. Nothing's being built here except for this palace for politicians. We should be trying to encourage private sector growth, not growing state government. And this is the worst example.
Kristin, why do they need a new building? I mean, it's almost as big as the Federal Reserve.
Oh, it's shocking. So we have, like maybe 15 years ago, all the senators and all the House members had their offices in the smaller view, and then now the Senate has their own new office building. That was $90 million, which was a lot. Taxpayers were furious about this. This is $730 million just for members of the House. There are only 134 of us. It's ridiculous.
And you're only in there 5 months out of the year. Okay, so we hear there's going to be a new independent statewide watchdog to stop rampant theft of taxpayer money. We know that there's now a strike team out of the Labor Department going into California to check on the tens of billions of dollars that was already stolen in jobless benefits. Mayor, but let's talk about the welfare frauds in your state. You know these daycare frauds that were shut down? Have you heard any parent complain that these daycares were shut down? Because if they haven't spoken up, isn't that proof that this was all fraudulent activity and theft of taxpayer money?
Yes, we haven't heard a lot of complaints of the ones that have been shut down, but unfortunately there haven't been many shut down. I gave the department a list of 72 daycares we had concerns about last February, and until the Nick Shirley video came out, I don't think they'd done anything with it. And now they're belatedly ramping up inspections and trying to do site visits, which I'm glad they're doing, but I don't know why it's taken all this attention for them to do their jobs, and it's incredibly frustrating. But I think most of them are still open, so we have to have the pressure on.
I mean, we've got cyber hackers from overseas targeting the U.S. We're looked at as like dupes and idiots overseas that we let this stuff happen. Kristin Robbins, thanks for being a great watchdog. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. It's good to see you.